Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness, a channel dedicated to uplifting and enhancing your spiritual well being. I do this through talking about the salient features of the astrology, and then I pull a tarot reading to give you some details on how best to navigate the energies you're experiencing so that you can respond instead of react. Because when you are aware and you can respond, it usually generates more positive outcomes for you and those around you. So let's get into the astrology. This is Sunday, March 9th, and we are starting the final week of Pisces season. This is closing out that 2024 zodiac season, the zodiac calendar, and so you're going to feel like just inevitably the sense of completions. So there's some things that you need to be aware of during this week. So I just want to kind of talk about the astrology of the week because the week comes to a close with that full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. And this is going to be intense. It's going to be that blood red lunar eclipse. So it's going to be spectacular to watch. So if you get a chance, I'll try and get out and photograph it. It's here at like 1 in the morning. So I'll see what I can do about getting some good pictures of it for you. But it's going to have some interesting energies. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the astrological transits that are happening during this week as we build up to this lunar eclipse, which is a big deal. It's eclipse season. We're closing out Pisces season and we're entering Aries season. There's that. All right, so let's talk about the astrology. During this lunar eclipse, the sun and both the sun and the north node of the moon are in Pisces, and this is all about kind of like your destiny and the trajectory that you're on. Now, there's going to be some illumination to adjustments that need to be made, changes that need to be made in order to kind of stabilize or redirect your trajectory if you are not pleased with where you are headed at this time. But Mercury, no, I'm sorry, the moon and the south node are in Virgo at the time of this lunar eclipse. And then is a tight aspect of Saturn and Neptune with the sun. So this is going to reveal kind of could be your mental state. Where are you mentally as you are on this trajectory towards your destiny? Is this the outcome that you truly want for yourself? And we're going to have a revelation of what do we need to change in order to modify. Like, for example, let's say, 5 years ago, you wanted a particular job. And since then, you've kind of stepped into your authentic self. You're more connected to your spiritual self. And that goal really doesn't fit you anymore. But you have, taken all of these steps to get there. And now you're kind of thinking, wait a minute, and this is the week that you're going to think, wait a minute, is that really the outcome that I want? Is that really the job I want? Is that really what resonates with this current version of myself and where I see myself in the next 5 years? So I feel like this is going to be a time that you're going to recalibrate your intended destination, and the trajectory toward that destination may need to be adjusted. I also want to mention that this is a time where you may start to see some self-sabotaging behaviors, and you may become more aware of them. These are things that are providing resistance to your goals. And so it's really important right now that you become aware of what is creating that resistance. such as self-sabotaging behaviors, addictions, patterns that have not effectively moved you forward, triggers that kind of set you back. But with your kind of emotional mental state, it's going to be really important to align your mental state, your goals, or the change in trajectory toward new goals, and any kind of patterns of behavior or self-sabotaging behaviors that are creating too much resistance for you to have that really positive outcome. So that's what I want to say about the astrology. I will say with the Moonology deck by Yasmin Bolin, the full moon in Virgo is take inspired action. So this is that connection to what truly resonates for you. What is that goal? Does it need to be adjusted from when you set it 5 years ago? And if so, are you in the mental state? Do you have the mental fortitude to be able to continue and push forward so that you can achieve that? If you feel like there's some self-sabotaging behaviors, this is the time that you really need to be super hyper honest with yourself and say, I need to change some things that I'm doing, the way I'm reacting or responding, and I need to adjust my goals. So that's that. Okay, so let me cleanse and clear this space, and then I will go ahead and pull a tarot for this upcoming week with all of these really major energies. So take a few moments, deep cleansing breaths while I cleanse and clear, and I'll meet you back here in just a few seconds. Okay, so welcome to my channel. If you are new here, a special warm welcome to you. I hope you find something valuable in this reading. My goal, my intention, my passion, my purpose is to be of service to you through these videos and to help you navigate the energies so that you receive and have the most positive outcomes for yourself. So I want to say that I did a reading yesterday. I tried uploading it twice and it just did not upload twice. So I'm going to try one more time today since the energy has shifted a little bit, see if it was meant to be heard today. But you'll notice that the reading says Saturday. I usually don't do readings on Saturdays, but I just had a feeling I needed to. There, I saw healing in this deck. Just doing a quick pre-shuffle. And then, what else did I want to... I just want to say thanks to everybody. I appreciate all of your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, everything that you do to help my channel and to just check in with me. I hope these readings are helpful to you. I know they're helpful to me because, you know, when I recognize something that popped up in a reading, then I'm just like give gratitude. Like, I'm so glad I knew that because it really made a difference in helping me understand the situation and the energies. And then I know exactly how to respond to them for the highest and the greatest outcome, as opposed to just kind of reacting and, you know, getting a lot of times some, my guides are saying some really juicy karma. All right. The decks I'm using, the Enchanted Blossoms by Carla Morrow. I'm using the Eye of Zen by Jennifer Walker. And then the Crystal Visions Tarot. And this is by, hold on just a second. Jennifer Glasso. Okay. So here we have patience. You're going to need some patience this week. I think that the energies are going to be pretty intense. Eclipse energies are always intense, but when they happen at the end of the zodiac calendar, closing out the zodiac year and the energies, they can get really intense. Peace and patience. How perfect. Peace and patience. There's hope. All is not lost. A positive, favorable outcome is still possible. That was actually in the reading yesterday. And then balance. These are all beautiful energies. This is like Libra energy. Something is not on equal give and take. Focus on balancing yourself. Move these down a little bit. I'm going to center them. So positive energy, but I think this is really to be mindful of the energy. Also, the energy that you are constructing in your auric field is going to help you navigate these energies. The kind of that toroidal field around your body, you want to make sure that you keep that as clean and as positive as possible, especially when we have these big shifts. With eclipse season, I just find that if I kind of clean up my aura, do a little detoxing, you know, saltwater bath, lots of hydration, clean, light foods. During eclipses, I always seem to have a lot more positive energy during the eclipse. Otherwise, I just seem to struggle with the intensity. There's the Nine of Wands. Talk about intensity. This is perseverance, the Nine of Wands, and it means that, you know, it's been a long year. And I feel like, you know, as we close out this zodiac year, you know, things are going to be very busy in the new zodiac year. I think with the astrology, it's going to be just really intense and busy. So you take good care. I may pull some self-care for this too, for suggestions on how to care for self during the week. So far, no major arcanas, but we got a lot of Wands and Pentacles. Fire and Earth. So kind of like moments of really intense energy, activity, passion. And then we have the Six of Swords. That's nice. We've got 2 sixes flanking this reading, which is nice. That's all about balance. So balance is going to be important. If you, and I mean, I don't even integrate the solar activity that's going on. I do know we've had some solar storms coming, hitting the planet, and that can really disrupt your energy. Oftentimes it disrupts the animal energy. There's the Magician. There's a major arcana. Finally, that's Virgo energy. That is this full moon happening in Virgo. And okay, there's the Lover's card and the Star card. Now here comes the major arcana. Lover's card is Gemini energy. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And then with the Star card, that's Aquarius energy. That's the card of healing. I saw that healing card in the pre-shuffle. All right. Eight of Swords. All right. Okay, so let me go through what signs for the minor arcana. So the Six of Swords is Aquarius energy. We have Aquarius energy with the Star. 10 of Pentacles is Virgo energy. That's where this lunar eclipse is happening, in Virgo. And then we have the Nine of Wands. That is Sagittarius energy. The Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. And then the Six of Wands, which is Leo energy. Nine of Pentacles, more Virgo energy. The Lovers is Gemini. Magician is more Virgo. And then Aquarius. And the Eight of Swords is Gemini. So we have Gemini, Virgo, a lot of Virgo, Aquarius, and then some Capricorn. So really that's very condensed energy with those few signs. We do have a little Leo energy here with the Six of Wands. This could be about ego. So from what I'm seeing here, I really feel like this is the key to this energy is to be in balance. I feel like this is kind of like the big sigh after this closure of the zodiac cycle. I feel like being very grounded is important here. I think communication is important, but it needs to be purposeful. And then with the sixes flanking, the Six of Swords is just kind of a calming energy. Like I said, the communication needs to be purposeful and constructive. So be mindful of that this week, that if there is a criticism, make it a constructive criticism. Don't make it about ego, but also this is also about recognizing what needs to change, and your destination, your desired destination, is that still relevant to you, or does it need to be tweaked a little bit? I feel like there's an element of some partnerships, some long-term commitments here that may feel a bit of strain, but I think, and it could be because it might be that you have a Leo and an Aquarius. You've got an air sign and a fire sign. That's combustible energy. So I think the most important facet of this, if you're talking about relationship, is to focus on the real positive things and maybe not hyper criticize your partner, even though you may feel the agitation with the intensity of these energies. Make the communication constructive, but also there's something to do with I'm really getting kind of a weary energy. Like I just am tired of all of this intensity. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of debating everything with your partner. I really feel like there's some sort of partnership here where there's a lot of debate. And it's just gotten to where it's kind of like circling back and circling back and circling back. And now we want to straighten it out and just be very forthright, but yet constructive in the conversation. So down here we have the Magician, the Lovers, and the Star card, all three major arcana. We have definitely something that could be using this patience and peace. It's just having that kind of energy to restore some balance to a relationship. I just feel like if this is you, it's almost like you've been in an argumentative cycle where everything's a battle. It's just everything is, somebody left their socks on the floor and somebody didn't do their dishes, and it's almost like there's this. Although I don't see a conflict card, I see that people's egos are being agitated, and what really needs to happen is we need to bring some patience and peace into this relationship and make the communication constructive. Don't tear somebody down, because and I can see that in the astrology where you may seem agitated because you're feeling like, I'm not quite sure our goals are aligned in this partnership, that maybe we're going in different directions, and there's some agitation that's churning a little bit of hostility, and that's influencing some conversation. I feel like somebody's like, maybe I'm just better off if I, kind of maybe go out on my own. Maybe I'd be better off if I were single here. I'm getting tired and weary of this constant, battling of wills. This is like a contest of wills all the time. And all you really want is peace. And I feel like there's an element of feeling kind of trapped. But again, we have this hope card. Not all is lost. What I really think needs to happen here is that if this resonates with you and this is telling your story, that you need to step back and then kind of focus on the positive things about the relationship, but identify, and this is where you have to be that brutally honest that we talked about in the astrology. What is it that is really the irritant? Is it the partner, or is it something about you that you're not satisfied with anymore, that you need to change? This is a time where somebody's bad habits can really inflame the relationship. So I think it's just better to approach this week with optimism and hope, and keep the conversations constructive and positive. And if there is something that is a pattern of behavior that you feel is sabotaging you, whether it be from your partner or from yourself, then this is the time to address that in a very forthright, um, inward way. So I'm going to pull a few more cards. I want to actually pull from this Romance Oracle because I want to find out a little bit more with this Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card used to be called the Choice. And the thing about love is true love, authentic love, and divine love um, has to include the component of free will. There cannot be control. And there's socialize. Okay. Interacting with others brings both balance and happiness. This might be a time to get out and do something fun with your partner. I think maybe if you've been at home, especially if you were in the northern hemisphere, in the northern climates, you may have been snowed in and kind of getting cabin fever, and you've been locked indoors together for a while, and you're just like, I'm just so irritable. Your nervous system is just very hyper sensitive, and we need a little deregulation. And I feel like you just are looking for some peace. So maybe this is a time to just kind of go out and have some fun. Go out with some friends. Take a little pressure off. Blow off some steam. Do something where you guys can have some fun together. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Confusion. The present is clouded, the future uncertain, more information is needed for clarity. And that's what this is there's some uncertainty about whether or not the trajectory you're on is really where you want to end up. And I feel like if this gets into an ego battle, a contest of wills, and it lingers too long in that energy, somebody's going to say, I'm done. But I feel like there's an opportunity to bring some balance back to this relationship, but I think you need to take the focus off trying to fix the other's behaviors that are so annoying to you, and just let them be. Just disregard them for right now. I feel like someone is feeling like the other partner is sabotaging them, and it's from their behaviors. This is also a time that, let's say you kind of get a little agitated and angry and frustrated, and you start to internalize that. That could bring in some self-sabotaging behaviors such as overindulgence in alcohol, drugs, sex, shopping, whatever your fix is. And so I think you need to be mindful of that. Two of Cups. Definitely, we need to have a nice conversation. You see the full moon there. This is a great time to have a cleansing conversation. Maybe some agreements. Maybe it's a good time to make a few agreements about, I'm not going to harp on you about picking up your socks if, you don't bitch at me for not making the bed. That kind of thing. And I don't want to trivialize it, because some of these circumstances are going to be very much more important than socks and who makes the bed. This is Ace of Wands. This could renew your passion, having this nice conversation. Then here's the Knight of Swords. Here's the clarity. You know, someone bringing clarity to the conversation is going to help a whole lot. Yeah. All right. 2 more cards. There's the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. Okay, so these are the caveats. Four of Swords, this is a time to just kind of de-escalate your nervous system. When I see the Four of Swords, this to me feels like somebody's nervous system is on overdrive. They're hyper sensitive. And what they need is they just need some time out. This is you know, just a nice salt bath. Something soothing to your nervous system is required here. So that way you don't get into this energy. Look at the daggers in her back. It's almost like this is what I mean by keeping the conversations constructive and not critical, because when you get into this criticism, you're already dealing with hypersensitive nervous system. It is bound to cause some sort of, you know, blow up, escalation. Remember, we have the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands here. This is fire and air energy. So if you are a fire sign dealing with an air sign or vice versa, this could be explosive for you. So we want to deregulate the nervous system. Go ahead and take some time to soothe. Just do some soothing. I'm going to go ahead and pull some sacred self-care. See some things that you could do this week. And you may even want to engage your partner, ask your partner, invite your partner to participate, because I think this soothing energy is going to be much needed with the energies that you're going to experience this week. Look for fairies. That's a 30 card. 30s are new beginnings. And that's what I mean, like, take it light. You know, okay, a health checkup for some of us. A health checkup would be important. Especially if you feel like you're having some mental breakdown kind of symptoms, like you're really struggling mentally. That is going to be exacerbated in this energy. This is another really good, just read. You know, this is a good soothing activity for your nervous system, is just to get a book that is very calming to you. It could be a silly romance novel. It could be a comedy, something, you know, a joke book, or just something that you enjoy reading. This is going to help soothe your nervous system. But if you feel as though, your addictions are out of control, or, you know, how you self-satisfy is a little over the limit, you may want to get a health checkup. But also, if you're feeling mentally like you are really struggling with the intensity of these energies, it's always a good idea to check with your healthcare provider. But generally, I feel like in order to kind of soothe the energies of both people in this relationship, lighten up. Just do something fun. Do something fun. And if you've got cabin fever, you may need to get out. Take a picnic. Go for a walk together. Go do something fun. Make snow angels or a snowman if you've got snow. Where I am, it's actually nice weather in Florida. So this is a time I just want to get out and do something. I'm tired of working around the house. I just feel like I need to break free a little bit. Drink some tea. That's another 3 card. So it's also very soothing if you have a tea ritual. And also if you drink green tea, that's going to help kind of calm your nerves a little bit. Chamomile tea is going to help calm your nerves. So, you know, check into some self-soothing rituals so that your hypersensitive nervous system gets a break. So I think if there were any card that is the card that stands out the most of what you might need in order to navigate these energies, it is going to be the Four of Swords card. So that would be the card as advice. Give your nervous system a break. Don't be hypercritical. Be constructive. Try to have patience. Be positive. Stay very balanced. And know that if you are dealing with an air sign and a fire sign, this is very combustible energy as we get closer to the full moon lunar eclipse. So things can really get out of hand and things can be said that can be very hurtful. Whereas that Five of Swords card. But remember that Five of Swords card is also the self-sabotage card, the way I read. So this is, don't just like you get mad and you go out and, you know, overindulge in alcohol and then there's going to be a consequence for that. A DUI, or you might make a mistake that's going to sabotage your relationship. So that's